Welcome back, Overwatch fans, to another amazing night.
We have a fantastic match tonight, no question about it.
Oh my god, yes!
With a barrage! Make sure they can't even follow up afterwards.
And Watchers down 2 in this fight thus far. Make that 3, make that 4 right now here. Dynamic team gets a 4-man tire.
Those who find the picks will save the fights, and they don't really need to save what they've already won.
100 gets 3 with the primal rage.
Experience tranquility.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody else in between, good evening and welcome back to Tranquility Gaming Season 9 regular season coverage. Tonight, we start the halfway point of stage number 2 with our North American Harmony Tier feature match, where two of the sneakiest underdogs this season in Milovat Gaming and Narwhal Connects face off. Will Milovat guarantee a spot in the upper bracket, or will the Narwhals get their first victory of stage number 2? There's only one way to find out. My name is Bowsy, and I'm joined here by McMissile on the cast and Phineas on production. McMissile, how are you doing this fine evening?
Doing pretty good. Just casting an Overwatch 2 game early, getting pretty comfortable with it. Man, oh man, Overwatch 2 is looking to be quite the prime of just gaming in general, it seems like. And I have casted Narwhal Connects before. Really, I wouldn't call them necessarily a bad team. This may be their chance to actually pull this off. So I'm looking forward to this.
Absolutely. Narwhal Connects came out swinging in the regular season. They almost took a match off the Flashbacks, which is the number 1 team in all of Harmony North America. They lost that match 2-1. However, it has not been a very good road for them. They've still lost other matches. They lost to Ace High 4-0 and Fahrenheit 972 3-2 to round out stage number 2, and just starting round out stage number 1, excuse me. Now starting with stage number 2, they lost to the Big Bang Buccaneers last week, giving the Big Bang Buccaneers their first Map 5 win as an organization. So it's safe to say Narwhal Connects definitely needs to really clean up the performance if they're going to be going up against Milovat Gaming, who had a really strong performance in stage 1 and already has a win here in stage number 2.
Well, coming into Overwatch 2, Overwatch 2 has been out for about like a week or two now. I would just say it's taking some time for some people to get used to it. A lot of the game is more based around personality, based around comfort, based around what you want to do and how you play to your strengths. So maybe that was just Narwhal Connects trying to figure things out. And going up against one of the stronger teams, you're going to learn a lot. And you're coming into this match, you're not necessarily going to be looking up at a cliff here. You've got some tools here. You got some grappling hooks. Maybe you got that Widow grapple. Trying to really get up there. It's going to be interesting to see how they approach this. Coming up on Lisheng Tower, I believe. Mm-hmm. One of these, oh man. Well, so far in Overwatch 2, have you kind of seen a lot of these teams playing Lisheng Tower? A lot of the control points have been some crazy diverse compositions, but for Lisheng Tower, what would you say is your strengths and such?
I mean, it definitely is going to be interesting to see what these compositions come out with Lisheng Tower. Of course, Lisheng Tower, with the presence of one less tank, means that you're going to be running a lot of different compositions. Brawl usually was a superior run here. You used to run the Rhine Diva on almost every single point, maybe get away with a Winston Diva when it came to Lisheng Garden, but now without that other tank, you have a lot more variance in terms of what you can run here. I've seen Reinhardt, I've seen Zarya, I've seen Diva, I've maybe even seen a few Junker Queens in my time, so there is a lot of variety here that these two teams could bring out here on Lisheng Tower, and we'll have to see what they go with as we enter the map.
Oh yeah, Junker Queen, oh man. One of my favorite matchups is actually Junker Queen versus Doomfist compositions, but those are extremely sporadic and rambunctious compositions. So it's gonna be, yeah, alright, moving into the map, I am kind of always hoping my heart for a Junker Queen, I haven't seen it yet, but, oh man. We're going to be starting on, okay, so this map, a really good Ryan map, no Watch League, I mean, some may say Zarya Reaper is pretty strong on this map if you're the Dallas Fuel in particular. Though this is it's a map that's very slow. Like, so Reinhardt and Zarya kind of really good tanks here. Diva, Winston's something that's going to be more Oh man, just holding my breath until they. All right, there we go. Looks like we got the Zarya. I don't know if they're actually gonna stick with this double sniper composition here, but the Lucio picks for either side. That is gonna be a classic here.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see what these two teams roll out with right now. It looks like you're going to be seeing Narwhal Connects on the right side, Milovat Gaming on the left. Narwhal Connects, I like to see that Zarya look. I am a Zarya one trick for those who do not know, and I like to see the Zarya, but the usage of a Mei compared to the Junkrat we're seeing from Milovat Gaming might make a difference here. The doors open up, and the teams start making their way over to the middle. Right now, you're going to be seeing those teams come out. Race actually switching over to a Reaper as we see the two teams meet up here in the white room, but Chaos is already able to find the first pick here onto Reaper, and now Ringleader there Paul as well. Milovat Gaming pushing straight into the front line of Narwhal Connect, and coming out on top, and Chaos finishing it for a team kill.
That was... What a beautiful ace right there to start off this match, and you're going to be coming up on 60% to its higher. I mean, that was just phenomenal from Chaos right there, and having this... It looks like, yeah, Narwhal Connects already playing to their strengths. You're going to be playing to that Pharah compositions, Pharah Mercy at that, which is going to be directly countering Chaos right there. No hit scan, really, for Milovat. Looks like Reinhardt trying to charge in, trying to get some aggression, and it works.
Yeah, definitely. Chaos able to help push forward with the help of Oa on that Reinhardt, and Ringleader ends up dying first. Your tank out of the picture now means you're going to have a little bit more struggle, but you have this Pharah in the background you have to worry about, and Lavender is able to pick up the Baptiste of Neko Frog here. So, Milovat Gaming, I almost said Marsupial Gaming. Ignore any of that if you're a Marsupial Lord. But Milovat Gaming still trying to hold this point now, but without their Baptiste, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for them.
Oh yeah, this far is going to cause some mayhem. Already coming up on that barrage. This is going to be pretty crucial. Chaos immediately using that tire, trying to find an advantage, and does. It's going to be on Lady Mela.
Yeah, definitely. Now the Mercy out of the picture for the Farmers team means that Falling Stars will be able to clean up the pick there. Race able to finish out Falling Stars, however, so it's not over yet here for the side of Narwhal Connect. But Ringleader once again dying on this Zarya, and Water starting to clean up the field here on this Lucio, with the help of Oa as well. It's going to be another fight win here for Milovat Gaming.
In the last match earlier, I was talking about how ultimates are going to be really crucial. Not only just like, oh, you can wait for an ultimate, wait to counter. Once you get an ultimate, you got to use it basically as fast as possible. And Chaos coming in clutch with that tire, taking out Mercy. That's going to be huge. And they're not going to stop there.
Yeah, Oa unleashes the Earth Shatter, lands 2 with the stun, and the 2 picks there for Ringleader and Race TV getting picked off here. And really, Milovat Gaming doing a really good job holding this corner and being able to keep away Narwhal Connects from getting any sort of progress.
Yeah, coming up on 3 ults is Narwhal Connects, and especially that beat and that barrier. That's going to be a lot of Milovat Gaming. There's going to be a lot of defensive also try and hold this last fight territory, but Lavender finding the pick on the Water, and 3 ults coming up for Narwhal Connects. They're going to try and push him with this barrage.
Definitely the wall comes out here from Falling Stars. 96% here for the side of Milovat Gaming as the barrage comes out from Lavender. No support there to back them up, but Race able to finish out Neko Frog. Overtime is triggered, but Narwhal Connect have finally found their way to burst down these doors, and it looks like they will be able to get some sort of progress here. Lavender able to get the boop off onto Chaos. The second kill onto Falling Stars here, as Narwhal Connect will finally be able to get some progress here on Liege on Control Center.
Oh man, first try. This is looking to be a winnable situation because now you have the point control, and that was mainly the main thing that was kind of detrimental for Narwhal Connects right there. Really trying to work around Lavender with those flanks on the fire was really what helped them out here. And now you're coming up on a Grab Blossom, and you do have both support ults if you are Milovat Gaming, but if you play this to your strengths and play this to your control plane advantages, you could actually pull this off if you are Narwhal Gaming. Looks like Oa on that Diva is going to be making some space, but already falling down very low.
Definitely a little bit low there from Oa on that Diva, switching over to that to try and deal with the Pharah, I assume, and you already see the damage coming in here from Ringleader on this Zarya. Has the grab as well, able to use it right in front of Neko Frog on the Baptiste. So Death Blossom comes out here from Race, but ends up getting booped away, and it does eliminate the tire of Chaos, who ends up dying to Lavender in the aftermath. Narwhal Connect still being able to hold on here, but Falling Stars is falling as well. It's going to be a retreat here from the side of Milovat Gaming.
Oh yeah, and a swap from Chaos onto the Soldier. Looks like they're really trying to get some hit scan damage and trying to deal with this Lavender Pharah who has this barrage. And man, that last fight, what a beautiful Blossom from Race, and the oncoming momentum from those kills as well. Looks like you're really only going to have 2 ultimates if you are Milovat Gaming, and one of those is going to be a window, and you're switching to 2 hit scan characters. That is going to be quite the advantage. Yeah, they're going to take this wide flank with it too, going straight to that point. Lavender, it's going to be hard to try and find an opening, but going to try to hang out over that high ground. There's the window.
Yeah, window comes out here from Reaper. The wall answered it here for Milovat. The Chaos able to find the first kill here onto Race. A good start here so far for Milovat. They're just trying to clean up the pick. And now with Reaper out of the picture and Ringleader, all the stuff is the Farm Mercy. The Mercy ends up falling, and Lavender, forced to use that barrage, only able to get water here as the rest of Milovat Gaming on the point. And with the new control settings, it means Milovat Gaming is going to be able to take the first point here on Leech on control setting.
GR, I'm a big fan of that control control change too. By the way, it's got a clean, satisfying end to it. And right there, that last fight, what a phenomenal play coming out from Milovat Gaming. That flank with the Symmetra, that taking on that wide angle, really made it hard for Lavender to really just walk in and barrage, because you got the D.Va, you've got the damage, and you've got that barrier, most importantly, from Symmetra, really denying a lot of space and taking control basically in one fight. That was really well played. It looks like switching up the team comps here, Owa is going to be on the Orisa. Looks like, oh man, both sides are going to have a sim TP. I'm not sure if they're actually going to stick with it, but Lavender on that Junkrat is going to be quite the interesting pick here. Oh, Kiriko!
See, yes, so 2 weeks notice ended today. Of course, as we know here in Tranquility, we have a rule where if a hero is disabled in competitive, they are not allowed to be played on match, which means today marks the first day that Kiriko can officially be played in Tranquility, and Water is going to do the honors, bring us our first Kiriko gameplay, so we'll see if it makes any sort of difference here. Milovat Gaming slow to the point. It's actually Narwhal Connect. We're able to touch the point here first with that D.Va composition, so we'll see Milovat Gaming are able to force their way in here with Owa on that Orisa. You see the Orisa using that pinwheel and that javelin spin to try and make themselves room here on the point. Misses the javelin on the D.Va and ends up getting picked out by Lavender, however, and Race is able to follow up with that kill on the Neko Frog and on the water, and it's going to be Narwhal next captain the first one.
Fantastic from Race right there, coming up on that 69% all charge and a team kill, coming up on 10%. Okay, so I have not seen actually any Kiriko gameplay, so this is going to be all new, a new round for me, and I'll play some games later, but this is going to be pretty educational. And so far, Lavender on this Junkrat pick is doing phenomenal work for this point control. These two DPS, of course, is going to have a lot of point control, but looks like Owa's just going to walk on the point without Ringleader there. You're not going to have any leaders to ring.
Yeah, definitely Owa able to get that Zarya now picked here. Ringleader coming back in, having the reset with the mech. And now you see Milovat Gaming trying to continue this pressure, trying to find their way onto the point. The coin capture is going to go into their favor here. The window is used here from Reaper from the outside as Narwhal Connect, trying to find their way back in. Ringleader uses the bomb, forces up the immortality kill coming out here from Neko Frog. But you already see a lot of damage coming down, and Owa has already built up a Graviton Surge. It lands onto a few, but the wall from Race is there to keep everybody up. Now Lady Mel and Lavender fighting the picks onto the DPS here for the side of Milovat Gaming, and Narwhal Connects be able to get this point back into their favor.
Narwhal connects. What a brilliant, or another team kill. That was fantastic, especially when Owa really did have that Graviton Surge. Just so many ults coming out from Narwhal connects, and not really being able to really deal with it if you are Milovat Gaming, because you don't really have the sustainability in those support lineups. So far from what I've seen in Kiriko, something more of a kind of more similar to Mercy, but coming up on 3 ultimates, that is gonna you are gonna make Falling Stars' Blossom quite dangerous here, and especially not having any ults if you are Narwhal. Trying to play the safe, trying to find a pick that you can really dive on. Probably trying to dive on like Kiriko, but oh man.
Yeah, not a good start, however. Falling Stars ends up falling in Race. Race's turret actually finds 2 in this fight. Both Water and Falling Stars dying here as Milovat Gaming trying to find any sort of answers, and they're not going to be finding anything except their own spawn room here, McMissile.
Yeah, wow, the point control, this is dominating performance coming out from Race. What a one, oh my, you're going to build up another feed, going to build up basically another clip, and you're going to come up on 3 ults just from that fight alone, and still, okay, Chaos is going to be swap over that far, which is going to do some work, which is kind of ironic. That first point, that's exactly what Narwhal Connects did, but now Owa on that Reinhardt is going to try and get some control, try and get some powerful point presence, trying to get some brawl in the mix, and looks like they're going to ult in, but still, Neko Frog taken down.
Yeah, Neko Frog dies during that Kitsune rush coming out here from Water, so already a bad start, but Owa is able to charge Ringleader and get that tank kill here. Reaper, however, or Water, however, ends up falling to Reaper thanks to that wall from Race FPV, and this Symmetra from Race has just been the difference maker here. Narwhal connects. It's going to tie up Lijiang Tower and bring us to a decider map on Gardens.
Wow, what a powerful performance. I mean, that first round was like, oh man, they're trying to go inside, but they kind of get rolled by okay. Already, you could see Lavender making use of that fire. You could see that what Narwhal wanted to do. They wanted to try and do a sandwich maneuver because they knew that the point presence was basically the core themes for both of these teams. And once they really got themselves onto that point right away, making use of Race on the Symmetra, again, as you pointed out, really phenomenal plays on the Symmetra, especially when compared with the Lavender on the Junkrat. You've just got lots of damage and lots of just single space kind of area. And we've got Ringleader on the D.Va. I wouldn't really expect the D.Va pick to really merge with these compositions, but alright, Lavender is going to go far. But again, Ringleader on this D.Va has really been kind of a crucial factor here that maybe has some subtle plays, but looks like almost a complete team comp change from Milovat Gaming.
Yeah, Milovat Gaming now looking like they want to try to go on this dive style here with Owa on the Winston. Owa already trying to pepper in a lot of damage there on the Winston. Very difficult to play Winston against a D.Va, and Ray's able to find Chaos, but Falling Stars on the Reaper. Now finally trying to show up here when it matters. Able to get that kill onto Race here, trying to even out the fight here for Milovat Gaming, but now Necrofrog getting picked out by Lavender, but once again Falling Stars answering back with a kill on the Reaper, but now with Owa and Water dying, it's going to be probably a loss here for Milovat Gaming, and it's going to be Narwhal Connect taking this point first. All they have to do is get rid of Falling Stars.
Oh man, coming up on two crucial ultimates if you're Narwhal right here. Ringleader's Bomb and Lavender's Justice. Falling Stars is coming up on that Blossom, which, I mean, okay, Owa on the D.Va now. This is the tank in that matchup that you want to see if you are rooting for Milovat Gaming. Look at that beautiful play from Owa, taking down Lavender. It's almost no health whatsoever. Holy smokes, I did not expect that, but Owa is going to start to get punished for that, but oh man, this frontline pressure.
There's a lot of frontline pressure here coming out from Narwhal Connects. They toss the bomb in and isn't able to get anything, but Lavender looking for the flank barrage right into Necrofrog, and they will be able to do it. Lavender finding the barrage kills. Ringleader finds the switch onto Falling Stars, and that's going to be another cleanup here for Narwhal Connects.
Wow, you can see Owa really trying to take down Lavender right there. I thought honestly they'd fall, but Chaos is going to be coming up on the Justice of their own. Both DPS ults at that, and while we're at it, almost 5 ultimates. So Lady Mela having that beat is actually going to make this possibly a winnable defense, even still for Narwhal, considering their massive point control so far. But I think Lavender is quite the issue so far. It looks like Falling Star is looking for that Blossom.
Falling Stars looking for the Blossom, but it's countered by the beat coming out from Lady Mela, so not a lot of value coming out there. Owa uses the bomb, trying to find a pick, but Race has already found 2, including Owa themselves. You see the barrage coming in here from Chaos, but it's going to do absolutely nothing as Narwhal Connects continue to hold on to this with that team kill. Only 1 fight left here for Milovat Gaming to stay in this fight.
There have been several team kills in this entire map of Li Shang so far, and Lavender and Race really just taking the stride with it. Owa swapping over that Zarya, and looks like Falling Stars is going to go with that hit scan, trying to take care of the fire in a more safe way. Owa on the Zarya is going to be quite the pick here, especially if you want to deal with something like Ringleader, and especially if you want to take all that bubble charge, because there is just a lot of stray damage coming out from Narwhal. Looks like Milovat Gaming is going to go for that wide flank. They do have that window, so this is ideal.
See what Milovat Game's able to do here as they come out for that right side. Overtime is triggered as they are able to touch the point. The window is invested here from Necrofrog as they try to get a lot of pressure on the Narwhal, but they're just standing on the opposite side of the wall, making sure that they don't absorb most of the damage. But now you see the pressure coming in here from Narwhal Connects, and here comes Lavender from the back line with the Pharmacy trying to find the pick, and will be able to find the pick onto the Cassidy of Falling Stars. Now there's no counter to this Zora, and Necrofrog's dead as well.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Down, everybody gets the barrage kill into Water, but gets killed out by Owa, but there's no one there to support the Zarya or the Junkrat. Chaos able to get the kill on the Race, but it's not gonna matter. Narwhal Connects start off strong here, taking the first map on Lijiang Tower.
Lavender? I barely know her. Holy smokes! Phenomenal DPS performance coming out from Narwhal. And it wasn't even just like Narwhal and Race really taking like both sides. And the thing with that is that Ringleader actually really lived up to that name, really making use of the synergy in Overwatch 2, having one tank, and especially having that D.Va pick. That's gonna be it was just kind of mad, I'm going to be honest. Maybe you couldn't really see a lot of the different plays that were accomplished with Ringleader on the D.Va, but you could see it kind of in Milovat Gaming's reflection of that tank performance. You could see swapping over Orisa, swapping over Reinhardt, swapping over Zarya, swapping over D.Va. I mean, they were scattering for just some sort of answer to try and match that kind of synergy that Ringleader was bringing out. But I think this again, I said, like, first match shenanigans is the thing. I think coming into the control point with all these maps that eventually these teams do play, I do like calling control point kind of the first map shenanigans at this point.
Yeah, definitely so. Really, control can have a lot of changes here, but we're going to be heading into our second map, which is going to be our hybrid map. I'm pretty sure. I'll check that
in a second here if I'm able to. Actually, I can. I have the power to check and confirm that it is going to be our hybrid map between, I believe, Midtown, Paraiso, and Hollywood. I'm pretty sure is the map rule, but I'm going to check that real quick. I have the power to do that as well. In a second, please ignore my stalling. Yes, Paraiso, Midtown, and Hollywood. The choice from Milovat Gaming is going to be Midtown heading into here. We're heading to the streets of New York to see who can take over the Grand Central Station here, McMissile.
That was a pretty good accent right there. I mean,
my family's half of my family's from New York, so.
Oh snap! Well, here's your map.
There it is. Yeah, this relates to half of me. As much as I don't like New York, it's good to know New York exists.
Yeah, I mean, Overwatch makes it look pretty right here. Again, I've never gone to New York, but when I go, I can't wait to look up and see all those cars flying around in the sky. But
I don't think that's what you would be doing here, but I mean, to each their own, I guess. But it's also worth noting Milovat making some swaps coming into this next map. Necrofrog is coming out, same with Oa, and they're being replaced by Hunt and Yaxum, respectively. So obviously some sort of strategy swap that they might want to go for here heading into our second map of the series.
Well, heading off of that control point, Midtown is a very, very unique hybrid map. It's unlike any, I can't compare it to Hollywood, can't compare it to really any, even King's Row down to Paraiso. Midtown is very unique, considering this first point, you've got the tunnels, you've got so many different ways of going about it, but kind of very limited ways at the same time. So it's very punishing, it's very rewarding, and just for these very small minimalistic plays. So trying to make some use of some substitutions, I do see what they're trying to accomplish here.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see if those substitutions are able to help here. Also, we have a side swap coming in here. Eventually, Milovat will be placed on the right side and will be the attackers first. Narwhal is going to be on the defense. So we'll see how this is going to play out and if these two teams are going to be able to make usage of the swaps. Milovat will be attacking again first. So we'll see what they decide to bring out here and if Narwhal's defense is going to be better.
Okay, so what kind of in my eyes, I feel like Midtown is it's either heavy dive or I've seen a lot of Sojourns, which is like a Sojourn specifically is a very beautiful kind of character. I feel like that just that one slide ability and like the railgun damage, it's like kind of a dive and a brawl. The best way to start a dive is a brawl, you know. It's doing that with Sojourn on this map specifically, just because you can access so many different angles in just a nick of time. I think we'll also probably see a D.Va again, just because of how phenomenal and fluid that Ringleader was. So probably making use of characters that have these niche abilities to really have those nick of the time plays right here.
Yeah, so we'll see how these two teams are going to approach Midtown as we head into our second map of the series. I mean, obviously a very interesting map, a fun map to see, especially for people who are fans of New York. So we'll see which team's able to get the better of it here. Again, it's going to be Narwhal on defense, Milovat on attack here for the first round. And based on the defense right now, Narwhal connects. They're coming out on the Zarya composition, which, I mean, makes so much sense here, McMissile. Zarya is... I as a Zarya main, as a Zarya one trick, I can agree even that Zarya is overpowered.
Oh man, those double bubbles, I didn't see that change coming, and when it came, I mean, holy guacamole. the amount of damage that Zarya can accomplish just in one fight because of getting all that bubble charge, and not only that, but saving your teammates and specifically moving around the map where you want to go, and having this Hanzo pick as well, and Lavender on the Mei, and Lady Mela again on the Lucio. This is going to be a very fluid performance coming out. They are hustling and bustling through this New York map, it seems like, and Yaxim on this Reinhardt, and probably KX on the Sim. Yeah, okay, this is going to be this is going to be fast.
Okay, yeah, so here we go, the fast attack here. So no one really knows about this when it comes to Midtown. There are a lot of different alleyways, just like in New York, and you can go through these sort of secret alleyways. The team your enemy team may not even know where you are. Okay, now they probably do.
Oh my
They're
god.
Be teleporting straight over to the point, thanks to the help of that alleyway, and now they're right on the point. This is a very popular strat that was popularized by Twitter, and already gave Milovat a tick. They did lose Falling Stars, but it's almost 2 ticks already. Now they have to start engaging here to the enemy side. Now that's 2 ticks given here to Milovat Gaming. Narwhal connects. They still need to try and find some way to stop this push. They are able to eliminate Chaos though, so now it's a lot harder here for Milovat to try and get any sort of sustain.
Yaxem trying to stop the team here with this Reinhardt play, able to get that kill onto Lavender, but still you see that the rest of Milovat just trying to keep themselves alive here. Falling Stars is back in the fight on that Sojourn. You see them on the side angle trying to eliminate more of the members here for Narwhal Connect, and Yaxem able to find two with the hammer. Milovat Gaming will be able to unleash that fire truck from the garage.
That was one of the most famishing Midtown attacks I have ever seen in Overwatch 2. Holy! Coming up on 5 minutes after that too, that Reinhardt presence on the point was the giant crucial factor. The composition from Milovat and just oh my gosh, and a stagger on the Lavender. This is going to be absolutely rough if you are Milovat Gaming. That Zarya pick is going to start coming in handy coming up on this high ground, but you're going to need time, and time is something that Milovat has abundances of, and they're just going to, yeah, oh my gosh, they moved up to the high ground trying to deny any control, and with Yaxem with that shatter, this is going to be, oh man.
Yeah, the Reinhardt here can definitely be helpful if you want to take his space and take control of it. Take, for instance, if you're trying to get the first point and try to rush it as fast as possible. That's how Milovat were able to succeed with this Reinhardt. Now it's just trying to keep away the members of Narwhal Connect to see if they're able to do it. They have 4 ults in the bank, including that barrage was a burn down race on that soldier. The shatter comes out as well, unable to land on anything. Might have done some damage there to Reaper on that Baptiste, but Yaxem now in a whole lot of hurt against a fully charged Zarya and Ringleader. He will die. The Water is able to pick out Lady Mela, but at the cost of Falling Stars falling. Now you start to see the members of Milovat Gaming falling one by one. It's really actually a back and forth affair as I say that, but now with Chaos dying on this Pharah, it's going to be Narwhal Connect getting a hold.
Oh man, I think that was a little bit of a fumble if you're Milovat Gaming in the nicest way possible. The several ult advantages that you had didn't necessarily come out in the correct in quotation order. Narwhal right there, Ringleader was coming up on charge during that entire fight, and if you're gonna try and kill a Zarya on a high ground specifically, you gotta rush him and take him out immediately, or else that Zarya, as you can see, Ringleader absolutely just turning around that entire rebound and taking out with like. Now 4 ultimates on this high ground as well. Yaxem is going to find a nasty fire strike.
Yeah, that's a big fire strike onto Race there, eliminating that soldier pretty quickly, but Lavender has the barrage, and we've seen what Lavender's able to do. Chaos unleashes their barrage first, able to find Ringleader and almost dies to Lavender, but he's unable to land, or they're unable to land 2 rockets there, so Lavender not able to get that kill, might cost them there, while Falling Stars uses the overclock and is able to eliminate Lavender before they use the barrage. Milovat Gaming finding their way to push this card even further and might be able to capture second point possible.
Chaos swapping off to that hit scan. That the Pharah kind of duel, so it looks like Chaos is going to try and take him more to the floor, which is going to be beneficial with that tank synergy, but that's a big grab.
Definitely. Falling Stars, unfortunately, becomes the big casualty. Lavender unleashes the barrage, the tactical bison from Race BV. Literally all 5 ults thrown onto the wall by Narwhal Connect, and surprise, it's going to get in the fight.
I mean, that better. You're going to come up on 2 ults, specifically Yaxem Shatter. I am a little scared of that, but you are Ringleader Zarya. I have not lost confidence. Zarya being able to block Shatter about twice as more efficiently now, coming up with those 2 bubbles. It looks like, again, they are going to take this high ground. It's going to make it even harder for Milovat to try and take this high ground. This Sojourn pick, I do like it, because, again, I was talking earlier on this Midtown, it is going to be nasty trying to find these little angles, but it looks like, oh man.
Almost didn't land the shatter, but Wraith gets caught out in the blast. Falling Star is able to get the headshot onto the soldier to eliminate them, and now Chaos able to find Lady Mela as well. Milovat Gaming finding the picks that they need. Lavender will fall next to Water on that Baptiste, and it's going to be the second point capped here by Milovat Gaming once they deal with the traps.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad defense, not a bad attack. That was pretty well, especially considering the high ground control from both of these teams. Really well establishing dominance on those high grounds. It looks like already Chaos is storming up there. Lavender's gonna come. Oh! And with the barrage too. I think they might actually push this aggression. Oh, yeah, Ringleader on that Zarya too. Race with the soldier. A complete little team composition here, trying to match the kind of brawl setup that Milovat has right now. Yeah. Flying up top, gonna knock out Chaos.
Yeah, Lavender now just pushing forward. Jackson tries to charge Ringleader here on the D.Va, but just, forces that D.Va out of position. Barrage comes out here from Lavender, unable to find anything, and that immortality kill from Water will not work, keeping Water alive. They stepped out a little too far, and unfortunately got picked off there. Narwhal Connect finding some sort of stability here with that cart moving into Grand Central Station.
Oh man, I was just pulling after that D.Va, but finding another pick on the Soldier is just going to be just as nice. And coming up on basically 4 ultimates if you're Narwhal right now, that's going to be pretty nasty, especially considering Hunt doesn't necessarily have that beat yet. And down to every second, that's what it's going to come to, especially when Falling Stars is going to swap to this Ashe, and this Dynamite is going to be trying to be kind of crucial here. But Race with that visor, trying to find the angle. Yaxen falling dangerously low. That shield's going to break.
Yeah, it's going to force out the Immortality Field, and now Race is going to use the Tactical Visor as a response. The rest of the members of Milovat just trying to run away! What is a 3-man advantage by Yaxem? No follow-up, however, yet. Ringleader uses the bomb to try and separate more members, and Doug almost gets switched on Yaxem. Might have actually switched the shield, but now Chaos is showing up when it matters. 2 kills with the Tactical Visor, pushing Milovat forward through the Grand Central Station.
Oh man, Milovat played that perfectly, really keeping alive Yaxem to every second it mattered, and even using the ultimates kind of after they made sure Yaxem got out the ability usages, all the ultimates that really needed, that Milovat needed to win the fight. Looks like coming up 70 on a Bob, and Race is going to find water, but this is looking dangerous.
Looking very dangerous here with a few meters left. The window is used here, but already all the kills in favor of Milovat Gaming. Falling Stars and Chaos lighting up the kill feed. Lavender's able to find Yaxem with the scrap of anything, of all things. But Milovat Gaming still just cleaning up the point right now. The bomb from Falling Stars is there for good measure, and Milovat Gaming will be able to cap the second point, albeit they did it with less than a minute on the clock.
Oh man, this was a story and a half. The minute hero swaps, again, Midtown coming down at just every single moment. a moment of Midtown is a little and what's alliteration right there, but it's gonna be interesting how each team approaches swapping sides, because both teams seemed really comfortable in what they were trying to do, especially like considering how much of a crucial difference that first fight was. Milovat taking that sim TP, going those alleyways, taking that old subtle route all the way to point. It's going to be interesting to see how Narwhal kind of reflects getting to the point with that time bank that Milovat had, that 5-minute time bank after capturing that first point. Looks like Sigma is going to be the move for either team here. It looks like sticking with the Baptiste, these windows and immortalities have been extremely crucial during this fight. Looks like, okay, they're going to be going, Narwhal's going to be going a more... Looks like they're going to fight their way to point, it seems, but trying to keep the pace up a little high. But Milovat with this team composition, this is a lot of damage.
It is indeed a lot of damage coming out from Milovat, and especially with the #1 curse of every team wanting to go through the subway. Spoiler alert, the New York subway is not actually that clean like it is in Overwatch 2. But the fact that everyone wants to go through the subway car to initiate the choke means that Chaos might have a field day on this Junkrat if they decide to go that. Even then, there's a lot of clues in space, so we'll see if that Junkrat comes into play. But I mean, you look at the other side, and they have Lavender once again on the Pharah. That Pharah has been a difference maker here for the side of Narwhal Connects as the push comes in. It looks like the Sigma of Yaxem actually does get knocked down to the low ground. The mortality should have to be forced early, but Chaos is able to find Reaper before they're able to use their own mortality field. Milovat Gaming already with an advantage, so res will come out here from Lady Mela, but that's one less res that you can use later down the pipeline now. So you see engages here from Narwhal Connect. They're taking a lot of different angles, not just the train car, but they're also taking underneath the train, and they're also able to find that kill on the Chaos early, which will force out the res coming out from one.
Neither side is having a res at this point, and Falling Star is really making use of putting down Lavender. They're trying to control where Lavender can really go, because on Legion Tower, Lavender flanking around on Legion Tower, that phenomenal plays, but it looks like this front line is going to be having some trouble here. Losing a shield is going to make you lose Race.
Yeah, Race ends up dying here to Chaos's concussion mine, so Milovat Gaming, pretty good starts thus far. They're keeping the control of the chase. The only thing they have to be worried about is that Pharah of Lavender, which looks like Falling Stars in the backline is trying to keep them in check. Milovat for now.
Oh man, coming up, okay, both sides are coming up 80 on the window, but Chaos is also coming up 80 on a tire. Chaos has been getting a lot of value that I just wouldn't even know. I think it's taking Ringleader quite a while to try and move their team forward, especially considering the amount of, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, Falling Stars getting that pickup onto Lavender here. The res will come out from Lady Mela, but now Falling Stars able to find Lady Mela as well, so Lavender, without their pocket, gets picked out from Hunt. Milovat Gaming doing a really good job on this hold. They've already burned off 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, I was talking about the being stark difference is going to be the kind of how they go about this attack, and I mean, I can see what Narwhal wants to do. They want to try and slowly. They really held the ground there. Milovat not even being able to dive in, Yaxim even having some trouble on the front line, but I think just the positional the position from Chaos and Falling Stars, the DPS for Milovat is really doing a lot of work, and teams coming up on basically 4 ults, almost 5 for if you're Milovat. It's going to be another really kind of obstacle coming up for Narwhal, but oh, there it goes.
That's a big pick, actually. Lavender finding that kill in the chaos. Away the res from water. So now that Riptire offline for a few seconds here. So Narwhal have an opportunity to find their way in. The punch comes out here from Leader. It lands on the Ash and Mercy on that top window of the fire station. And Lavender able to find Hunt as a result. Jackson over finds the kill under Reaper 608 here. So that res from that Mercy has to try and think about it. But Water's able to eliminate the Ash of Wraith FPV. You don't see a battle Mercy every day in your games, but here we are in Harmonies here, ladies and gentlemen. As Narwhal connects, still trying to find their way in, but the bomb from Falling Stars is just going to keep them away. And Falling Stars also able to clean up the picks on their own. Milovat continue their hold with a minute left on the clock.
Falling Stars putting their name on the leaderboard. On the kill feed. Every moment it matters. Really, a detrimental kind of factor. It's going to cause Race and Ringleader to swap over to Zarya and Tracer, which is it's going to be more fluid, more breathy, and most importantly, more speedy. Coming up on a Baptiste window and a Lavender, you are going to try and make some room here, make some plays. Try and probably before KX uses this tire. In the last fight, they got that opening beautifully from Lavender, but again, Falling Stars has been putting a detrimental. Oh!
Yeah,
that's nasty.
Tracer versus Junkrat, not a very good matchup. It's a matchup that Tracer doesn't really win, and Chaos also able to kill Zarya, which is a preferred matchup for the Junkrat as well, because it's preferred matchup bubbles regardless.
Oh my gosh.
Goes to the fight, Mirage just gets killed by Chaos. What is this Junkrat, and why is it working so well?
That's what I'm saying. Ever since those first fights, I was like, wow, how is KX finding these picks? I mean, surely he'll fall down soon, but look at the tire. Oh man, are they going to touch? Okay, they do get the touch, but Ringleader is gone, and so is Race, and oh man.
Yeah, it's looking grim here for Narwhal Connects. Milovat Gaming able to get the full hold here on Midtown and tie us up in the series heading into halftime. I mean, we saw how these two teams have gotten a lot of close matches throughout this season, and this is no different. Now going over to map number 3, it's tied up 1-1. Ringleader, however, does get the play of the game with the goal.
Oh man, yeah, no, really well played from Narwhal. Obviously, this was a case of a midtown moment. Sorry, but on that first map on Lijiang, you could see Narwhal really powerful because they could make their own momentum pretty swiftly, and in a lot of fights, even having their really powerful point control. But on midtown, I mean, Milovat having these niche little picks, niche little angles, niche little characters, and the hero swaps from either sides, it really just, oh my gosh, Milovat. A phenomenal performance right there. A well-deserved win, and I'm glad that both teams are 1-1 heading into this half.
Yeah, definitely. We saw a very close performance on Lijiang Tower when it came to these two teams, but now Milovat starting to try and dig themselves into a good hole here and try to set the foundation for their second win in stage number 2. So, when we come back from the break, we'll see if Narwhal Connects are going to try to come back from their Midtown performance and being able to bring themselves to victory, or if Milovat Gaming are on the road to an upper bracket run. We'll see you after the half.
It's a very close matchup here between two underdogs in Tranquility Gaming. It is tied 1 apiece here as we enter map number 3 between Milovat Gaming and Narwhal Connects. Bowsy here, joined by McMissile, and Narwhal Connects have the choice of our escort map coming in. It's going to be interesting to see what they decide to choose here between Circuit Royale or other sort of maps, so we'll see what they're going to be choosing here. I actually can check the map pool for you in a second because I have that power. Circuit Royale, Rialto, and Route 66 are all the map choices, so we'll see what they decide to go for here, McMissile.
I mean, I've seen a lot of Circuit Royale. I am a bigger fan of it now because they removed the nighttime from King's Show, and I basically added it to Circuit Royale in my eyes. King's Show obviously still a top 3, but I got some information on Kiriko from PP over here during the halftime. Really learned a lot, and it's interesting to see how this character is gonna like turn out. I mean, obviously this is just the first day of Kiriko being out on competitive, and Tranquility respecting that. It's gonna probably be a rare thing that we more so see later on, but so far in my kind of mind, it's kind of a very ranged support, kind of very similar to Mercy. So heading into Circuit Royale, there may not be a Kiriko, but I'm just trying to like theorize and stuff here. I feel like it'd be something that can kind of it's trying to play on a control point seems to be kind of a big advantage, but I think we'll see a lot of Kiriko in push maps and things that are like Circuit Royale specifically because of the kind of momentum, ways to start momentum. Kiriko is a momentum starter due to the ability to stop other people's momentum and create literally her own from the damage boosts and the ways that she can apply damage. So what I'm trying to refer to specifically about Circuit Royale is that curve, that flat curve heading into that second point before the big, grand curve when it goes up, like right over here by this lovely little view. So it's gonna be interesting to see how these team comps play out here. What's your kind of Circuit Royale throw?
I mean, we'll have to see what we see on Circuit Royale. This obviously is a very sniper-heavy map. A lot of snipers can work here, and they can really pay into your advantage if you're going to be able to run them here. So we'll see what the strategies here on Circuit Royale. Quick update before we head into the map, and we see what the compositions are going to be. Over Harmony, we have also other Harmony tier matches going on today. Some of those have already wrapped up, including the Koala Kings, continuing their golden season, trying to go for a complete no maps lost. They 4-0'd EX Kusanagi.
Oh, wow.
Continuing that record, they are 1 match away from getting the infamous golden regular season, not seen since the likes of Season 7 Transcendence here.
Holy smokes, congratulations.
Yep, as well in the elimination pool, Ragnarok Freya won 4-0 over 3.5, and Obfuscation grabbed their first win of Tranquility 3-1 over the Fighting Potatoes. As we head here to Circuit Royale, it's Narwhal Connects on the defense, or Narwhal Connects on the attack, and Milovat Gaming on the defense. We already see double sniper coming out from at least one of the teams.
Yeah, Soldier and Ash is quite the DPS matchup, especially for Circuit Royale, given both of those characters have a lovely little niche movement ability, trying to really connect these high grounds together, really can create such a flow of battle. And when you got Hunt on the Zenyatta, giving those orbs, that's going to be even more damage coming in from Milovat, especially when you don't necessarily have a shield. You do have Classic Crew on the Zarya immediately pressing Yaxim, and the wall coming in too. Holy smokes!
Yeah, Classic Crew Zarya, or at least Zarya in general, can just beam down targets, and Yaxim unfortunately is victim to that here as Narwhal Connect try to find their way more into this push, and they already see Classic Crew getting another kill here on the Falling Stars, making use of that and being able to do it, as it's going to be the push coming out here from the side of Narwhal Connects. Quick note as well, you see that Race FPV is out, Classic Crew is in here for this map, and Ringleader, I'm pretty sure this was the lineup that they had, something like this. I can check.
So it looks like immediately Yaxim gonna swap off to Winston. You got Owa on the Soldier, and Genji with the falling stars on the Genji, trying to really decapitate any. They're trying to be more mobile because so far, holy smokes, Lavender with those Maywalls and Classic Crew applying that sandwich. I mean, build your own sandwich. I mean, talk about a lunchable team with not a lot of treats for if you are Milovat. Looks like again, oh man, Classic Crew lasering and not stopping, keeping this 100 charge momentum.
Yeah, right now, Narwhal Connects just pushing forward, using that Graviton Surge to just clean everybody up, and you see the kills, all lighting up the kill feed, all in Narwhal Connects red. They continue their push through the streets of Circuit Royale, and starting to climb the hill.
Wow, that is a good-looking spawn right there, if you are the Milovat Gaming. Looks like Lavender coming up 80% on... Well, basically coming up on both DPS ults if you're Narwhal, and Hunt's still not having that Transcendence, not really having the time to even build up enough healing. It looks like, again, it's going to be even more of an obstacle. Classic Crew lasering down Owa.
Yeah, definitely good start coming out here so far from Narwhal Connection to try to keep applying this pressure here. Blizzard will come out here from Lavender as well, just beaming everybody down. That Blizzard killing out Hunt here on the Zenyatta. Narwhal Connects, they're almost here to capping the second point, and Milovat Gaming just haven't had an answer this entire time.
Not at all. I am absolutely loving this push from Narwhal right now. You can see how each map really goes with the team's comforts in every single way. If last map was, I mean, still, you can see Narwhal fighting for each point on mid-time, but okay, Yaxim going out to the Reinhardt is going to get down dangerously low, but already trying to make a more brawly kind of composition. Farah is going to be chosen here as well, coming up on 3 ultimates if you're Milovat, and coming up onto this 3rd point. This historically the hardest point to capture on Circle Royale. Both teams coming up on very crucial ultimates, but again, Narwhal does have the advantage having 4, especially with Lady Mela on the beat, but this could really go either way.
It really could. Milovat Gaming trying to search for answers here as that cart round is about to approach the final corner here, but there's still a long way to go before this map is declared official. Graviton Search comes out here from Classic Crew, rams up to a few, but Hunt is there with the Transcendence, and Oa is able to find Lavender, and now the Blade comes out from Falling Stars, eliminates that Immortality field from Reaper as they try to come back into the fight, try to find anything. They bring down Classic Crew super low, but that Zarya is kept alive. Milovat Gaming just need to try and eliminate Zarya, but Falling Stars dropping extremely low, won't be able to. Shatter from Yaxim comes out and lands on the 3, but there's no follow-up. The rest of his team is down, and Narwhal Connect are keeping themselves into this with this Zarya staying alive.
Oh my gosh, and there's still, oh my gosh, Classy Crew is on another class with his crew this map. Coming up on 80 charge. Again, another swap coming out from from Owa here, even pressing the spawn Classic Crew. Okay, are gonna come up on that Moira Coalescence. Man, okay. Something has to happen because this was a tie of destinies in the most phenomenal way possible. This has been a blast. 4 minutes on that last point, nearing possibly this cap. This is one of the fastest time I've seen on Circle Royale.
Yeah, Ringleader ends up disconnecting from the side of Narwhal Connects, so that is needless to say, unfortunate. I do not remember if they had the overclock on line 2. They might have actually, but I'd have to double check that. But yeah, definitely not ideal here to lose your Sojourn, especially when you're heading into this next fight. But we'll see if they're able to get back into this. But I mean, it's definitely going to be difficult here for Milovat Gaming to try and get a hold here against Narwhal Connects, especially with the fact that that card is nearing the final corner. And as I see it, Hunt is currently at about half health, trying to get away from any sort of investment from Classy Crew. So we'll see if they're able to try and get some sort of hold here moving into this next point.
All right, you know, this disconnect actually is it gives us some time to actually think about what the heck was even going on. A lot of team compositions play Sigma on Circle Royale, which I always thought Sigma is kind of a pushover character, kind of more of a chess piece in my eyes. Which I mean, it definitely has its moments, but Classic Crew on the Zarya and Lavender with the Mei really making use of trying to take all the advantage because they fully expected a Sigma on the defense, and so what they did was really take advantage of just that Sigma player, walling him at the first point and then lasering him with the damage that you can gain from Zarya because of the certain hit scans that Milovat was running. The dynamites from Ashe, the charges from Sojourn and bubbling teammates at those specific times for the railgun, really getting a lot of just basically creating their own momentum through and pushing through the map because really each character, like especially when you got Lady Mel and the Lucio, who has been a fantastic Lucio player so far in each of the maps, just the fluidity from Narwhal really came to powerful fruitions with here by taking advantage of the kind of quote-unquote meta of choosing Sigma. So again, this is a very Overwatch 2 kind of thing. When you only got one tank, you can really make a lot of your own kind of meaning, your own kind of energies, in a lot of different and unique, more personality, comfortable ways. And that's going to get you 4 minutes on that last point.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see if the two teams are able to come. We'll see what they're going to be able to do. We are getting the first DC Ringleader back in here. Quick update on scores. The Big Bang Buccaneers were able to get their second win of stage number 2 in the exact same pool as these two teams. They won 3-1 over Chrysalis. Fahrenheit 972 get a sweep over the fire-breathing Rubber Duckies to continue the great run as we head back into the map here between Milovat and Narwhal Connects. And you already see that Narwhal Connects backing out as Milovat gets control of the point as they wait for Ringleader to come back.
Yeah, beautiful play around. Some momentum decrease. You know, they got to build it back up. Big fan of FBRD. I just gassed them the other day. The GLHF, but and GT's all around. But Reaper has this Blossom and Classic Crew coming up on this grab. Naked Frog really having the only ultimate being Coalescence. This is going to be hard. Kind of, it's not really necessarily a big defensive ult. So trying to find this niche kind of way to kind of rebound from this kind of quirky kind of angle that the Milovat has, and falling stars on that high ground is going to be kind of a detrimental kind of slowdown for Narwhal right now. But looks like Classic Crew just kind of building up that grab, and now you got Lavender coming up on the Mail. This is going to be kind of hot water.
It definitely is. Now you see that Milovat Gaming trying to make their way into this, trying to find their way to push in. The window is used here from Reaper. The Graviton Surge used here from Classic Crew. Able to find the kill onto Oa here as the rest of the team pushing forward. Lavender has the Blizzard online, lands it into the middle, and Neko Frog gets picked out with that headshot kill right onto Lavender here. Narwhal connects, trying to clean up these kills, puts that card into the final territory. A two-man shatter comes out from Yaxum, but it's unable to get any sort of kills. But Hunt starting to finally wake up. Classic Crew is able to deal with them. Oa's the only one remaining here on the Cassidy. They will not be able to do anything. Now it's just a stall game coming out here from Milovat, and they are going to be unable to do anything. And Narwhal connects. Cap with 2 minutes and 31 seconds for the time bank.
Wow. What a phenomenal play coming out from Narwhal right there. Really making their name loud and proud right there. Coming up 2 minutes 31 on the time bank. So many hero swaps coming out from Milovat. And I'm not trying to say, oh, they shouldn't have swapped. I'm saying that they were trying to find a footing, but the way they're trying to find a footing, they were so in their own kind of heads, trying to really like counter the specific heroes of what was going on. They couldn't really find a footing in the map itself. They couldn't ever, like, I mean, obviously Narwhal didn't ever let up the aggression. They went to spawn about several times, and even pushing the aggression, it's hard to kind of counter that, especially when you got Classic Crew, the momentum-full Zarya. But all right, now you kind of have the time to reflect. You kind of have the time to regain your footing, and I don't think that kind of like aggression is really going to happen again. Especially, yeah, looks like Yaxum's going to go. Okay, looks like they're kind of copying exactly what they did on that, what Narwhal did on that attack, but kind of doing their own spin on it. They got the Baptiste again. Yeah, okay, both teams basically having a mirror, but okay, I do like Hunt on the Mercy. Okay.
Never judge what they're going to be doing unless you see them on it for at least 3 seconds. They were just swapping around Hunt and Neko to make sure that they were on the correct heroes here. But,
okay.
I mean, we saw this sort of play from the side of Narwhal Connects, and it's going to be a mirror matchup, actually, as we head into Milovat Gaming's attack here. But they have to try and push that card all the way to the end, and you see that time bank from Narwhal Connects. If they can do it as quickly as them, then it's going to be a very interesting fight. But here come Milovat Gaming coming out of the spawn doors, looking to try and get some sort of advantage here on the side of Narwhal Connect. It'll be interesting to see how the approach goes on, but no picks thus far, just damage flying back and forth. See Classic Crew dropping a little bit low, but that burst healing coming out from Reaper, being able to keep that Zarya alive. A very good wall coming out here from the side of Lavender, walling off the rest of the team, and Yaxum is the first casualty here. Narwhal Connect start pushing forward now that the tank for Milovat is out of the picture. But now you see Milovat, they're able to try and retreat pretty effectively here. The last remaining person is going to be Oa. They will die along with Neko Frog as I say that, so it's going to be Narwhal Connect getting a hold here so far.
And so far, you can doing a mirror matchup. I am a fan of mirror matchups, but in Overwatch 2, it's very different because you have to be comfortable. You have to be kind of your own person when you're doing this. You gotta have that person. And you can see on that first fight, both Mei's walled, but Yaxum actually tried going off out of the Immortal field into that left room, where as you can see, and kind of got cut out. But yeah, wow, what an aggressive play.
Yeah, Falling Stars falls early here. Classic Crew on the Zarya just trying to beam down the rest of the team. Invests the Graviton Surge and just finishes off everybody with the help of Ringleader. Narwhal connects another team kill and another continuing hold.
Man, coming up on very crucial ultimates as well. Both DPS ults and a Lucio beat. And not only that, you got a window for your Ringleader, who on this DPS has been a phenomenal synergy with the Classic Crew, but what a pick onto the Mei.
That big pick coming out from Oa here. The Blizzard's going to be invested as well here from the side of Milovat Gaming, just trying to find their way back into this push here. You see Hunt on the Baptiste trying to hide behind the card, keep everybody up as the overclock is used here from Ringleader, trying to find a big pick here with that kill. Again, that shot can pierce through enemies, so if they're able to hit 2 headshots, then it's going to be kills for both of them here as Milovat trying to find their way forward. They haven't used a lot of ults yet. The beat was invested here by Lady Mela, and Classic Crew able to get the kill on a Neko Frog here before they're able to use their beats. So Milovat Gaming still looking for some sustain. Wall comes out from Lavender, unable to get any sort of kill, but Milovat started back up, especially with Hunt and Falling Stars both dying.
technically you're not upset if you're Milovat. You got basically 2 minutes, but most importantly, you got out loot Lady Melo's Beat and Reaper's Blossom. They still some very important ultimates, but you got a chance.
Yeah, both grabs used at the exact same time. The beat comes out from Neko Frog, but the Blizzard is there from Lavender. But Falling Stars lands the first shot on the Reaper. A good start here for the side of Milovat Gaming, trying to find an advantage, but they aren't able to with Ringleader and Classy Crew just burning down the rest of the field. Milovat Gaming, almost a minute left in the time bank, and they still have not been able to push this card farther than 42 meters.
Narwhal sticking their horn in their spawn like nobody's business, absolutely just setting up camp here. Even that spray has been there for quite some time now, basically 3 minutes, and looks like they're going to make some team comp swap positions if they're for Milovat, which is going to be pretty big, especially Falling Stars on this Pharah. And you got Hunt on the Baptiste, you got a more brawl comp, you got these burst damage most importantly, and Yaxim taking the high ground is going to be, it's going to make them all back away.
Yeah, Narwhal have to back up because they don't want to give too much space here. They want to try to give space here to the far so that they can take advantage of the mistakes here. So we'll see. Milovat Gaming is able to keep themselves alive. As I say that, Owa drops extremely low there on the Reaper, but ends up surviving here as Milovat Gaming looking for the advantage. They have this barrage now online from Falling Stars thanks to that Murder's Pharmacy comp. And Milovat Gaming now trying to make the push in. The barrage comes down, lands on the Classy Crew. However, Falling Stars dies along with Yaxim and Owa. All of a sudden now is Neko Frog. They will die to the Disruptor field coming out from Ringleader, and now Falling Stars will die. Only 10 seconds. Can anybody from Milovat even touch this point to try and keep the push going?
When Milovat got their ultimates so fast, but it looks like they are going to be able to get another touch, but with so many ultimates coming up from Narwhal, this is going to be rough.
Yeah, the overclock comes out here from Ringleader alongside that beat from Lady Mela as overtime is triggered, and Yaxim gets hit straight with the railgun shot. Ringleader trying to turn it around here, keep this fight in favor here for Narwhal connects, and the tank be eliminated is big. The Graviton Surge comes out here from Classy Crew, and everybody burns on the side of Milovat Gaming. All that's left is Falling Stars, and they will die as well. And Narwhal connects are going up to match point in the series.
Ooh, a 20-player kill streak for Ringleader right there. What a phenomenal play coming from that team. I mean, I already said on their attack, but on their defense as well. Held on basically that first point spawn. I mean, I do respect Milovat taking that mirror matchup, but you could kind of see in those first beginning fights, they had to start getting used to it and getting more comfortable with it, and eventually when it started not working out, they only had a minute left, and only having a minute left, they did build up their ultimates quite fast. That was a fantastic barrage coming out from Owa, coming up on that wide flank on that curve, but you could kind of see how only having a minute left, you're not going to really have enough time to really build your own momentum if you want to get the rest of that way. And I mean, I did absolutely love those last second compositions, even though there was a minute left. That Winston immediately diving onto that high ground, you could already see Narwhal having to back away into the most vulnerable position possible, and they really tried to take. They had the vision. Milovat had the vision of taking that first point, but I just think it was a matter of time.
It really was a matter of time, and now Milovat Gaming, their backs against the wall here, up against Narwhal Connects, might get second loss of the season here, so it's going to be interesting to see if they're able to recover here on our push map between Esperanza, Coliseo, and New Queen Street, and they have chosen Coliseo to be our fourth map in this series. So we'll see if they're able to make a comeback here on push, or if this is going to be Narwhal Connects getting their, I believe, it will be Narwhal Connects' third win Tranquility if they are able to take down Milovat Gaming here tonight.
That would be phenomenal, and already I could totally agree and support if they do get this. And Coliseo, I am a huge fan of Coliseo because I mean I was just talking about it in the last match when the team chose Coliseo. It was awesome because what Coliseo does is bring out really that ancient kind of vibe. It brings out making a name for yourself. It's Colosseum, it's Rome, back to the ages. You can really, like, no matter who you are, you can really start making some grounds here, especially because it's push, and especially on that first map of Lijiang, you could see it was such a neck and neck matchup, and now on a symmetrical map of all things, this is going to come down to each and every player and each and every moment, kind of taking the strengths from Midtown for each team, taking the momentums from Circuit Royale, and taking the balance from Lijiang Tower, all in one map. This is going to be one heck of a duel.
It definitely be one heck of a duel as we head into our fourth, and what could possibly be
Our final map of the series here between Narwhal Connects and Milovat Gaming. Milovat Gaming made some big swaps. Yaxim now moving over to the support role. Oa to the tank, and Chaos coming into the DPS to fill in for Oa. And you also have Water coming onto the support line as well. So full sales support changes, a tank change with Oa going now onto the Zarya, and Chaos running on the DPS again, which we've seen a lot of Junkrat coming out from Chaos. And right now with the previews of these two teams, no different here, McMissile.
I mean, Junkrat with Chaos was absolutely chaotic. I mean, if you remember that immediate 5k on Li Zhang, Falling Stars on the Hanzo too. Looks like I do very much appreciate this. Milovat is taking the more comfortable picks on this map, playing to their strengths, and especially with Oa on the Zarya, really going to get a lot of utility out of really being able to press what you can when you want to, and really helping at this DPS energy. Lavender on this Mayhall. Okay, this is going to be okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how these two... Pretty much, I think what we're seeing right now is both teams running their comfort picks. We saw a lot of strength when Narwhal Connects were running the Zarya, Sojourn, May, Bap, Lucio, and now the Zarya is dead because Milovat's comfort pick just has way too much damage with Chaos on that Junkrat just melting down any sort of opposition. Milovat Gaming will start pushing this bot forward as they push the barricade.
Wow. All right. The Hanzo and Junkrat, that's a lot of range, and not only a lot of range, but also the close-up duels are going to be pretty detrimental. Especially like Lavender, like you can't really freeze targets anymore. But really, okay, this is very winnable. They just have to kind of regroup, kind of find their way how they want to approach this, because it is going to be difficult with Water on this Lucio. Basically going to be slipping around like Water too. Going to be trying to just find any kind of opening. It's going to be difficult going up against Falling Stars on the Hanzo, and again, Chaos already coming up on a tire almost.
Yeah, Chaos has been doing a lot of damage thus far, but you have to be careful because the side of Narwhal Connects also have some ults of their own. You see Ringleader almost up to that overclock here, so they can do a lot of damage if need be as the rest of the team pushes forward. Oa caught on the wrong side of the wall, but Falling Stars able to eliminate Ringleader before they find the kill on that Zarya. Now Classic Crew able to eliminate Falling Stars, however, here comes the tire coming out from Chaos! And Jamison Fox with the Rip Tire eliminates all thanks of courtesy to Chaos. It's going to be quick spawns coming out here from Narwhal Connects, but still, Milovat are able to get the checkpoint.
Oh my gosh, that was beauty in motion right there. Immediately, Lavender swapping off to a Pharah. It looks like Classic Crew and Owa both coming up 70 on a grab here. But this is a really okay. Lavender is starting this fight off with a fake. This is the map where the dreaded beautiful collat came out from a Sojourn in the Overwatch League. Lavender fighting too. Though looks like they're not even going to need an ult here. This is just the spawn advantage.
Yeah, definitely. Lavender switching over to that Pharah and Lady Mellow to that Mercy very quickly. The thing about when you cap the checkpoint here on Colosseo or any other push map, the enemies get quick spawn like they did in 2CP, so they can recontest the bot and make sure that it doesn't push any forward. I think it's a dumb design change, but you know what? It's going to give Narwhal Connects a spot, and they'll start pushing for the barricade for themselves.
Oh, yeah. Push is actually 2CP on wheels, if you if you've ever got that subtlety, but looks
that
like
sounds
Owa...
cursed, I'm sorry.
I know. Owa coming up on a grab here. Oh man, a grab Dragons could be absolutely detrimental considering Narwhal has no Lucio beat, but what a grab.
Yeah, definitely big grab coming out here from Classic Crew, and the barrage from Lavender there to clean it up as well as the rest of the members of Milovat Gaming fall one by one, and Narwhal Connect will start pushing this bot for themselves, making their way to that first checkpoint.
Okay, again, now the only ultimate combo that Milovat has is that grab Dragons, which I am again scared of, but Ringleader having the Sojourn ult and Lady Mellow being able to dodge it with the Valkyrie, this is looking to be kind of... Narwhal has the opportunity to put themselves in an advantageous position, but Owa taking the position right to them, and Ringleader, again, gonna find that pick.
Yeah, Ringleader on the Sojourn has been a very good pick thus far. They've gotten a lot of rail shots, but the Graviton Surge comes out here from Owa trying to evenize, and there comes the Dragon Strike from Falling Stars. Doesn't find anything, but it forces out that Immortality Field as the rest of the Milovat Gaming is trying to find some picks, and they found two. Lavender and Reaper dead. Water dies to Ringleader's rail shot, but it's not going to matter as Owa on the Zarya is starting to clean house here. Milovat Gaming will send that bot right back to the center.
Man, a huge fan of Sojourn on this map. I think I'm just a huge fan of Sojourn, but Ringleader having the Sojourn ultimate is going to be very crucial heading into this next fight. Again, with this kind of spawn advantage, especially this overhang with the bridge. We are going to get a little pause here. It looks like they're actually going to try and make some discussions, it seems, because this is a very intense matchup so far. Ringleader having the only ultimate, when you get a Sojourn, you can't really just like, oh, we're just going to pop Sojourn ultimate and win. No, because it's an aiming ultimate. You have to put all the players into the correct positions, and especially with falling stars on the Hanzo, and Chaos did swap over to a soldier, but the Hanzo specifically, you're gonna if you land one shot, you're gonna knock out any of the DPS lineup. So trying to peek around falling stars, it's gonna be difficult for Classic Crew to really try and make the most class for his crew.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously there's a lot on the line here between both of these teams, as I mentioned at the start. Milovat Gaming, if they win this match, then they proceed and get a guaranteed spot in the upper bracket once we go into the playoffs. Meanwhile, Narwhal Connects, they're trying to keep themselves away from the lower bracket, as this is a B tier group. The bottom two seeds go into the lower bracket of our playoff system, while the top two teams go into the upper bracket of our playoff system. So a lot on the line here between this match and also other matches going on, which there are some more results coming in. Geometric versus Insidious went to a map 5 again for Geometric, and they were able to come out once again with the map 5 victory, winning out against Insidious 3-2-2. I already mentioned Big Bang Buccaneers taking the win over Chrysalis. Clairvoyance were able to defeat the Chinchillas 3-1. It's the first time Chinchillas have won a map in a lost series, though, so improvement is up there right now for that team. Flashbacks were able to sweep Strix for the second week in a row. Strix did not win a single map in a series, so it has not been a great run for Strix here. As we head back into the map, everything's set out and everything is unpaused, as we see what these two teams are going to be able to accomplish as that bot starts heading toward that checkpoint to the side of Milovat Gaming.
Yep, already, it seems like the pressure from Ringleader has been released with having this ultimate. Looks like, okay, just trying to find some, it looks like they're going to try the flank here. Really trying to deal with Oa right away.
AC Ringleader trying to get that sort of pick here with this Sojourn. The rest of the team trying to follow with them as they head over. The bot's starting to round that one of the last corners, but Classic Crew eliminates Yaxim on the Moira, so not a great start here as the overclock is popped here from Ringleader, trying to get some more kills with that railgun, but hasn't found anything yet. The bot is still moving, however, so the side of Milovat, despite losing their Moira, they're still in this. They're still trying to win it. The rest of the members of Narwhal Connects are pushing forward, trying to separate everybody else, but the rest of Milovat Gaming just making sure that bot gets to 103 meters, where it will stop when Narwhal bring the bot in the opposite direction.
Now, 103 meters may seem pretty detrimental when you only got 53, but this is push, and literally anything is possible, especially when you got Lavender on the far and the Barrage. I'm really loving this Far Mercy pick, especially. It's going to be really hard for Chaos to try and label it down, and it's going to start distracting Falling Stars a little bit, which does, again, relieve some pressure for the rest of the team of Narwhal, but Chaos is coming up on that Visor, and that's going to be pretty dangerous, considering, again, no real Lucio or any, like, a Transcendence or anything coming out from Narwhal, but you do have the Baptiste, and you do have a grab, and you do have the advantage, and you're going to press it.
Yep, the barrage comes out here from Lavender, able to eliminate two. Yaxim tries to do the Coalescence to keep the team alive, but is unable to as Narwhal Connect continue pushing forward. That bot nearing their first checkpoint, so Narwhal Connect suddenly is trying to make the comeback here on Colosseo.
Oh yeah, Lavender keeping this kind of spawn tight. They're not trying to let any... Yeah, again, that 103 meters looking very winnable here. Just trying to get the spawn advantage, and there's the grab, and there's the beat.
Yeah, the grab comes out here from the side of Classic Crew, trying to finish out, but the beat is there from Water. Now the tactical visor from Chaos in the backline as the checkpoint is capped here from the side of Milovat Gaming. But Chaos is going to be respawning immediately because of that, as now Narwhal Connects trying to push that bot past the checkpoint. They do get a little bit, but the grab comes out here from Oa to try and shut it down, and the Dragon Strike is there for Falling Stars as well. No kills resulted thanks to that Immortality Field. Narwhal Connects might still get the advantage in this. Oa's dead. Falling Stars gets hit with a railgun right to the face, and Narwhal Connects are just continuing to push this bot.
Oh man, they're rounding this corner. Looks like it's going to become a tie right away. Yeah. Owa, okay, a fantastic stagger on the Chaos, and looks like they're all the way back to spawn. Okay, Owa is going to be talking into that Reinhardt, and looks like Falling Stars, they're all, Milovat Gaming kind of shaking, quivering right now, going on to that double hit scan, and trying to take care of Lavender, who is having this spawn pressure just absolutely being a detrimental obstacle. Again, these immortalities from Reaper have been absolutely game-saving and fight-saving. Ringleader finding the pick on the Chaos.
Yeah, already a big pick there, and the lead only a few meters separating the lead between Narwhal Connect and Milovat Gaming, maybe even fractions of a meter, and with the barrage coming down from Lavender, the lead will switch in favor of Narwhal Connect with 3 minutes left on the bay. Milovat Gaming need to find answers, and they need to find them fast.
Oh yeah, Chaos does find a beautiful far diff and does even take down the entire Far Mercy by himself, but Ringleader is going to pick that up and eat it right for dinner. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be intense. And the Classic Crew grab, this is a lot of pressure.
Classic Crew running in that grab in the far from Lavender, trying to pressure out the remaining members. Oa on that Reinhardt, trying to stay alive, but Water's dead. Lavender able to find that big pick onto the Lucio, but Yaxum is able to find Ringleader and Falling Stars back on the Soldier 76 now with Chaos on that Pharah. Classic Crew able to eliminate Chaos, but Falling Stars dies as well. Classic Crew trying to bring this back in favor of Narwhal, trying to single-handedly turn the tide here, but ends up dying as Yaxum with that coalescence from the back line, and it's going to be Milovat Gaming turning the bot in their direction with 2 minutes remaining on the time bank.
You know what? I suppose they can leave spawn. I suppose they'll allow it. Holy smokes. I mean, the Narwhal's not really going to have any ultimates, but they use everything to get to that 134 meters. Now, they have all the time in the world to try and make any comfortable place here. Although, Milovat is coming up on 3 very crucial ultimates. A Beat, a Justice, and a Hammer from Oa. Lavender and Ringler are already trying to start playing around this. Trying to have as minimal people on the ground in front of Oa as possible. There goes 2, though.
Yeah, big shatter coming out there from Oa, landing on the Classic Crew, and Reaper gets the double charge kill, but also got the assist from Chaos with that barrage. And Milovat Gaming, a lot of ults, or more ults than I feel like they should have used in that fight, but they will be getting that bot at least to the barricade.
Yeah, you're going to be coming up 80 on a visor around this corner here, which is going to be pretty advantageous. But now, just after that one fight, almost 5 ultimates are coming up for Narwhal, and Water does have that beat, so it's going to be very interesting to play around. Narwhal knows the spawn kind of position very, very comfortably. Lavender trying to find this opening here. Chaos trying to find some value here, but without that Mercy Pocket, it's not having the same kind of the same kind of effects as Lavender. Oh man, Lavender falling very, very low, but again, still lots of ultimates coming up from either side. Any team trying to just find an opening here, and oh man.
No! Lavender used the barrage, but gets picked up by Falling Stars! That could have been the decider here for the side of Narwhal Connect, but Ringleader lands 2 with the railgun shot, trying to turn it around. That's 3 for Ringleader in this fight. All that's left is Chaos on that Pharah, and they will die in the end. Ringleader posing for a picture as the rest of his team falls around him. And Narwhal connects. They're bringing the spot back to the main. Look at the distance between Milovat and Narwhal. Milovat needs to find an answer extremely quickly.
Emoting at 13 meter difference. Holy. And no ultimates really for either side, but oh my gosh, Milovat has 2 very, very crucial ultimates and coming up 80 on a shatter. This is gonna get very, very gritty.
Raj comes out here from Chaos, able to find 2 as the window is invested here from Yaxum as well. The rest of Milovat Gaming finding the picks that they need, trying to finish it out here. Overtime is triggered as the bot moves in the right direction, and Yaxum finds the headshot kill onto Lavender. That bot needs to go back to the barricade here for Milovat Gaming. They need to try and finish this out. It will be able to reach that barricade eventually, but now Milovat Gaming, they're in overtime. They can't step off a spot, and they cannot get control of Narwhal Connects.
Oh man, this shatter is absolutely deadly and detrimental. They're really trying to play around this. They know that Oa has this, and Lavender's trying to get this barrage as fast as possible, but there's the shatter, there's the lamp.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, and Oa's able to find the charge on the Ringleader as well. Classic Crew dies. Lavender trying to bring it back here, has that barrage online, but the res is there for Water to bring Yaxum back up. Beautiful shielding coming out there from Oa on the Reinhardt as Narwhal connects, trying to find the answers. Reaper and Lavender are the only 2 people remaining. Reaper will end up falling, but now Classic Crew is back on the fight. Zarya trying to turn it around, finds the kill on the Yaxum, but Chaos is able to find the kill onto them. Oa ends up dying to Ringleader, and now the Pharahs are going to be dueling here. It's a farm receiver, so just a single Pharah, and the rest of Narwhal Connects has the spot advantage. Narwhal Connects will be able to win the match over Milovat Gaming, swimming in the ocean because they're just so awesome. Narwhal Connects take the series 3-1 and give Milovat Gaming their 2nd loss of Tranquility Gaming.
I could cry. That was an absolute movie of an experience. Coliseum, my favorite push map by far. This really just put the confident ringer on it. Oh my gosh, these last plays, that Reinhardt performance. Reinhardt, I mean, really comfortable pick on Coliseum. You could kind of see the comfort pick coming out from Narwhal too. Both teams very comfortable, and it was just an absolute showdown. No team, I mean, if you're Milovat Gaming, you are not walking away from this with tears down your face in any sad manner whatsoever. That was absolutely spectacular performances and a lot learned from both teams. This has been a wonderful experience.
Milovat Gaming brought it extremely close all the way, but at the end of the day, it was Narwhal Connects taking it home, and such a tight-knit battle between both of these teams. It came down to the last fight, the last few picks. It was all determining on who was going to be winning this series. And at the end of the day, Narwhal Connects get their 3rd win, only their 3rd win for a team that looked pretty good throughout this entire series, especially on that dominant Circuit Royale. They're able to take the win here and being able to get themselves in a potential spot to be able to try and get into that upper bracket for our playoffs coming in just a week and a half from now. But with the dust settled and everything laid down to rest, this McBissel, I need to know, who is your player of the match from our winning team, Narwhal Connects?
I love the player of the matches. Shoot, if I've just been paying, okay, I think it's got to be Ringleader. Ringleader not only playing a phenomenal tank, and really that's where I noticed, it's a Ringleader. They're really leading everyone's rings. But even swapping onto that DPS role, you could even see more of that kind of really living up to the name, playing with the tank synergy. Just an absolute beautiful spotlight with the specific tank synergy and with the DPS for Overwatch 2 as a whole. So I think Ringleader really rallying everyone together, not even just the tanks DPS, but even the supports. Lady Mela on that Lucio, you could really see the fluidity through the team, and you could see it pronounced. You could see, I mean, Ringleader even calling it for that pause when you had that Soldier and ultimate, trying to relieve the pressure, because, I mean, they ended up losing that fight, but they ended up taking it back, and that's where you can see Ringleader. They didn't have to just win that fight. They're looking more into it because they see the entirety of their team's potential, and I just really think, I mean, that's my play of the match. What is yours? Who is yours?
Yeah, I mean, Ringleader did a really good job. Noteworthy that before we headed into halftime, Race FPV was on this team. They actually were not officially rostered. They were ringing, from what I can gather. Classic Crew was not in the match, so it might have made the difference in the aftermath. And for that reason, I mean, after we saw the halftime come by, we saw Classic Crew come in, and Classic Crew was a dominant force. So I have to give my player of the match to Classic Crew. Classic Crew was such a dominant force when they actually came into the series. They did extremely well on that Zarya and really propelled Narwhal Connects to a really strong matchup in this series, and were able to bring them to form and be able to help them win this series and bring them over to this matchup. So definitely have to give my player of the match to Classic Crew. Really has excelled since the days of Boop back in Season 7, which was always an average level team. Definitely showing up when it mattered tonight here and being able to take that victory alongside the rest of Narwhal Connects. But with that being said, congratulations, Narwhal Connects, on your third win this season. Milovat Gaming, you're not out of it just yet. You have a match next week up against the Big Bang Buccaneers. You have a chance to try and get that upper seed when it comes to the playoffs. And even then, you had a really strong performance this match, so anything is possible for Milovat Gaming. I think they've really been a strong team, and tonight really showed their potential overall as a team, facing off against Narwhal Connects when it matters the most.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to see these teams in the future, and maybe even hopefully my dream for these two teams is for them to face once again, and if that's both in the higher brackets, I mean, that's just a utopia dream come true. So again, fantastic GG to both of these teams for me. I'm a little breathless. Everything, it looked like everyone said what they wanted to say with their playing.
Yeah, definitely. It was an amazing match, and also all the other Harmony tier matches have finished up. So as a recap for all of them that happened this week, Koala Kings got the sweep over EX Kusanagi. Same thing with Flashbacks getting the sweep over Strict. Geometric was able to win a map 5 situation over Insidious. Same with Galactic Penguins over Ace High, a map 5 situation. Galactic Penguins coming out on top. You just witnessed Milovat Gaming losing, unfortunately, to Narwhal Connects 3-1. Narwhal Connects being able to win the series overall there. Big Bang Buccaneers were able to beat Chrysalis 3-1. Ace High lost to Galactic Penguins. I'm trying to repeat scores here to make anything. There we go. Fahrenheit 972 swept the fire-breathing Rubber Duckies. Clairvoyance, a 3-1 win over Chinchillas. 3.5 unfortunately got swept by Ragnarok Freya for Freya's second win of the season, by the way. 07 Titanium lost in a map 5 situation to the Chicago Mafia, getting a big win for the Chicago Mafia this week. And Obfuscation, of course, getting their first win as an organization to the Fighting Potatoes this week. So a lot of interesting matches. It's going to be interesting to see as we enter our final week of stage number 2 before we enter the playoffs, how this is going to shake up these regular season standings. But that is going to do it for us here tonight. For my amazing co-caster, Miss Mick Missile, who did an amazing job breaking down all the action, as well as our wonderful producer, Phineas. We thank you all for watching. My name has been Bowsy. Until we meet again, we hope you have an amazing night.